Hi and welcome to another quiz. If you're new to my channel, I'm Ben and it's great to have you. This quiz is 75 mixed general knowledge questions. They'll start out quite easy, but they'll get tougher as we go. Keep a note of your score and it's 1 point for each correct answer. If you score 50 or less, well, maybe try again. 50 to 59, that's probably about average. 60 to 69, you're doing great. And if you can score 70 or more, you are one smart cookie. So if you're ready, let's begin. In fishing, a spoon is a type of what? A reel, rod or lure? And that is a type of lure. Which Olympic sport is often referred to as horse ballet? Dressage, eventing or show jumping? And that is dressage. What is a hand of playing cards all of the same suit called? Is it a streak, straight or flush? And the answer there is a flush. Which word describes a woman who is head of a family or tribe? Is that matriarch, patriarch or monarch? And that is matriarch. Which of these is actually a fish? A lionfish, jellyfish or starfish? And the one there that's actually a fish is a lionfish. What are these landing parts on a helicopter called? Are they slides, skids or slumps? And those there, they are called skids. Which of these typically displays RPM? A tachometer, speedometer or odometer? The correct choice here, tachometer. In 1931, Al Capone was sentenced to 11 years in prison for what crime? Was it for robbery, murder or income tax evasion? And it was for income tax evasion. What are these growing on this tree? Are they avocados, breadfruit or figs? And do you recognise them? They are figs. In the UK, whose official residence is colloquially known as Number 10? Is that the Prime Minister, the Monarch or the Lord Chancellor? Now if you're British, this is probably easy, but for everybody else, maybe not. The correct answer is the Prime Minister. Which word goes before iron to mean a crude iron directly from the blast furnace? Is it donkey, wolf or pig? And the correct answer here, pig iron. What is women's suffrage? Is it the right to vote in elections, the right to own property, or the right to work? And it is the right to vote in elections. What is a polygraph commonly known as? Is that a record player, photocopier, or lie detector? And it is a lie detector. Fagin is a character in which Charles Dickens' novel? Is he in Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol or A Tale of Two Cities? And he's in Oliver Twist. Which of these does not have red on their national flag? China, Greece or France? And the answer is Greece. Nelson Mandela's autobiography is Long Walk to what? Freedom, respect or liberty? The answer, Long Walk to Freedom. Which was not one of the Allied powers in World War II? China, Japan or the Soviet Union? The answer is Japan. True or false? Carrots are always orange. Is that true or false? That is false. In which industry is Vera Wang a leading figure? Fashion, real estate, or information technology? And she's well known in fashion. What is Ireland's national flower? Is it the lily, shamrock, or sunflower? And the answer, the shamrock. Which stone was used to start fires in the Stone Age? Pumice, basalt, or flint? The answer is flint. Which of these is not an island? Java, Borneo, or Laos? And the one there that's not an island is Laos. True or false? Australia is larger than China. Which do you think? And the answer is, that's false. Okay, so can you identify this old thing? Is that a toaster, a coffee maker, or a radio? And did you ever have one like this? The correct answer is toaster. What movie is this line from? I see dead people. Is that from The Sixth Sense, The Exorcist, or Psycho? And that's from The Sixth Sense. In astrology, what is the first sign of the zodiac? Is it Pisces, Aries, or Taurus? And the first is Aries. What is the largest invertebrate on Earth? Is it the whale shark, giant squid, or giant Pacific octopus? And the answer, the giant squid. In which country is the Alhambra Palace and Fortress complex located? Is that in Mexico, Argentina, or Spain? And there's a bonus point if you know which city it's in. The correct answer is Spain. Which of the following is the correct spelling? Apparent, apparent, or apparent? And if you're anything like me and a little bit dyslexic, they probably all look the same. So sorry about this one. The correct answer is the middle one. Hatha and Vinyasa are both types of what? Dance, martial art, or yoga? And they are both types of yoga. Which describes a wind system that seasonally reverses its direction? Is that a typhoon, monsoon, or hurricane? And that is a monsoon. Known to sailors for often being windless, where are the doldrums located? Are they around the equator, the North Atlantic, or the Arctic Circle? And they are around the equator. Whose famous quote is, "The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing"? Is that Socrates, Thomas Edison, or William Shakespeare? And that is Socrates. What is the medical name for the bone known as the shoulder blade? Is that the mandible, tibia, or scapula? And that is the scapula. What is the northernmost country in Africa? Sudan, Tunisia, or Angola? And the northernmost is Tunisia. What kind of car was the time machine in the Back to the Future movie? Was it a Pontiac Trans Am, a Dodge Charger, or a DMC DeLorean? And it was the DeLorean. True or false? Diesel engines have spark plugs. Which do you think? And that one, again, is false. What was the first fully synthetic fibre made by humans? Was it polyester, nylon or acrylic? And it was nylon. Who was known as the Virgin Queen? Was it Elizabeth I, Mary I or Victoria? And it was Elizabeth I. What were Jason and the Argonauts on a quest to find? A princess, a golden fleece or a magic sword? And they were sent to find a golden fleece. In simple terms, what is an ancient Greek frieze? Is it a type of short sword, a type of large ship, or a decorative band on a building? And the answer is a decorative band on a building. What name is given to this toe higher up on a dog's foot? Is it a dew claw, a paw spike, or a clawlet? And it is a dew claw. What is South America's largest wild cat? Is the answer Andean mountain cat, jaguar, or ocelot? And the answer is jaguar. What is Hans Lippershey best known for inventing? The battery, telescope, or phonograph? And the correct answer is the telescope. Which movie features the main character on a lifeboat with a tiger? Is that Madagascar, Life of Pi, or Uncharted? And the answer, Life of Pi. Which is not one of the original Monopoly pieces? Top hat, boot, or train? And the answer is train. Which well-known song includes a line about Galileo? Like a Rolling Stone, Dancing Queen, or Bohemian Rhapsody? And the answer, Bohemian Rhapsody. The Olympics decathlon is completed over how many days? 2, 3 or 5? And it's over 2 days. True or false? Zeta is the last letter of the Greek alphabet. And that one is also false. In Japanese martial arts, what word is a measure of advanced rank? Dan, Don or Dean? The correct choice is Dan. Which of these is an evergreen? Beech, spruce or elm? The correct one, spruce. Which of these dinosaurs is a herbivore? Spinosaurus, Stegosaurus or Velociraptor? And the herbivore there is the Stegosaurus. Where did the Hawaiian pizza originate? Was it in Italy, Hawaii or Canada? And weirdly, it was in Canada. Let them eat cake is a famous quote attributed to whom? René Descartes, Marie Antoinette or Henry VIII? And the answer, Marie Antoinette. Which of these is not one of the major London airports? Gatwick, Heathrow or East Midlands? The answer is East Midlands. What is the hilt of a sword? Is it the blade, handle or sheath? The answer is the handle. Approximately how many giant pandas are there left in the wild today? Less than 2,000, between 50 to 70,000, or around 100,000. And sadly, less than 2,000. Which cut of beef comes from the upper part of the leg? Is that the flank, brisket, or shank? And that is the shank. Where did Lego bricks originally come from? Are they from Romania, Denmark, or Poland? And they're from Denmark. How was Joan of Arc executed? Was she burned at the stake, guillotined, or boiled in oil? And aren't people terrible to each other sometimes? The answer is burned at the stake. Who says the iconic line, "You had me at hello," in the movie Jerry Maguire? Is that Renee Zellweger, Tom Cruise, or Kelly Preston? And that is Renee Zellweger. Which Central American nation was at the centre of the 80s Iran-Contra scandal? Was that Panama, Nicaragua, or Costa Rica? And that was Nicaragua. Which ear did Vincent van Gogh cut off? His left or his right? And we say Van Gogh, Americans say Van Gogh, and in Dutch it's something like Van Gogh. The correct answer is his left. Etihad Airways is the national airline of which country? Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, or Morocco? And the answer, United Arab Emirates. A bung is another term for which of these? A cork, bottle, or barrel? And it's another term for a cork. What is a characteristic of lodestones? They float, are naturally magnetised, or they are luminous? And they are naturally magnetised. How many blowholes does a humpback whale have? None, one, or two? And like all baleen whales, they have two. In the expression 8 plus 3 minus 2 times 3, what operation should be performed first according to the order of operations? Subtraction, multiplication, or addition? And the answer is multiplication. Which capital city was the historical capital of Bohemia? Was it Prague, Berlin, or Paris? And the answer is Prague. Which of these books was published first? Moby Dick, To Kill a Mockingbird, or The Catcher in the Rye? The answer is Moby Dick. The meaning of ungulate is having what? A tail, opposable thumbs, or hooves? And the answer is hooves. Which city was the capital of the Ptolemaic kingdom in Egypt? Alexandria, Cairo, or Memphis? And the answer, Alexandria. The legendary pieces of 8 coins were made of which metal? Copper, silver, or gold? And they were made from silver. In how many countries in Asia is Spanish an official language? None, 1, or 5? And the surprising answer is none. What are these protrusions on a giraffe's head called? Are they horns, antlers, or ossicones? And they are ossicones. Okay, so what was your level? Some of those questions towards the end, they were quite tricky, weren't they? And one last thing before you go, I've got some really exciting news for you. On the 24th of May, I'm going to be launching a second YouTube channel. It's still quizzes, but it's something quite different, something I've been working on for a while. It's a little bit more of a game show kind of theme to the quizzes. I'm sure you're going to love it and find it really interesting. So if you want to be one of the first to see that, then I'll put a link down below to the channel. There's no videos on there just yet, but if you go over there now and if you subscribe and hit the notification bell, you'll be one of the first to see them. I'll also put some community posts on this channel nearer the time just to remind you. And I'll still be making quizzes for you videos, so this is just something extra for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.